In this topic, you will learn how to manually allocate stock to individual orders. And let's say that a sale was made at a conference and you were given an order form to process a single order, which is several bikes being sold. So let's go to Sales, Order Block, and Orders. And let's select the All Full entry to have as many options available. Create a brand new order, enter in our site, the order type, just a normal order type, and then our customer. And then we go to the line and enter the product. Quantity, 20 bikes were sold. And next we create. Now notice on creation in the status section you see the allocation is not allocated, meaning that it was not automatically allocated, allowing us the option to be able to allocate manually. To do that, we go to the lines, we select the action icon of that line, and then our option here would be manual allocation to open up the manual allocation function. And the first thing we're prompted for, as we mentioned earlier, is the option to globally allocate in detail or to allocate in detail. This will be your only option. If you select no, the allocation closes. So you have to allocate in detail if you're selecting manual. So let's say yes. So our allocation window opens. On the left list, it shows the product available, the stock selections available by serial number. So you can select them one by one to allocate the full quantity of 20. In the quantity section, it actually shows you the quantity required, the quantity to allocate, which you're able to modify. If part of this quantity was already allocated, it would show in the allocated box, and then it gives you the total and if there's a shortage. In the right panel, you have a proposal where it actually proposes an allocation for you. You select the status type that you would like, and then you click Save on the proposal window, and then it automatically selects the proposed allocation. Let's use the proposal instead of selecting one by one to select all 20. So in selecting proposal, a window opens up. We can say what status would we like to have. I would like to have A status or selected. There are other preferable filters you can actually enter it as well, but let's go ahead and hit save for the system to propose an allocation for us, as you can see here. So as you can see in the left list, it's checked 20 total to allocate, and you can see those products under the allocations section grid to see what's been allocated. You can clear it and start all over, or you can save it to agree with the allocation. Now we go to the Management tab, and as you can see, the product has been allocated. On your allocation, you can see what's been allocated if need be, just by going back to the line, selecting the action icon, and then selecting the allocation detail, and it actually pulls up and shows you what actually has been allocated. It gives you information such as the allocation type, the quantity, the lot, the serial number, location, and the product status, as we saw already. It's also important to understand the following differences in the line statuses, and that's in the allocation block here. The option can be allocated, which we show. It can be not allocated, which we saw earlier, or it can be shortage if there's not sufficient stock, or it could actually say partially allocated if you've set the definition or defined it to be partially allocated. And now you know how to do a manual allocation of single orders.